What's up, y'all? It's your girl, E.Nicole.
And it's your girl, Key the Queen.
And welcome back to another episode of the E.N.W Podcast,
where it's a vibe no matter what we do.
And today, our guest is the one and only Mr.Tay from the OUTSIDE BBQ. How you doing today? Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, Father's Day. How y'all doing?
We good. So we just gonna jump into it like we always do. So thinking of a business, name for your business, right? Okay, so when you're thinking of a name for your business, that's a process. So how did you get the name, OUTSIDE BBQ? Or come up with it?
That was a difficult task because I remember my first time going out. I didn't have a name, so I looked at myself and was like, we got to come up with a name.
Right.
I had jotted down like 3 or 4 names on a piece of paper, and I was looking over them, and I showed them to my wife, and my wife, we kind of like picked OUTSIDE BBQ.
Okay.
Yeah, so OUTSIDE BBQ stood out, and we kind of like ran with it.
Nice. Okay.
And it was a little, like, I ain't gonna say it was a little controversial, but, outside kitchen.
Right,
so
right,
he got
right.
his name, so it was like, did we want to do that? But we was just like, he a totally different entity. We got barbecue, he got, regular food. So we was just like, it's going to be barbecue regardless.
Right.
Right, so a lot of people come in and ask us, are we the same? And we just tell them, no,
I'm not going to,
I
thought y'all was
a little different.
Yeah, I thought y'all was the same, one and the same. I was like, maybe they related.
Yeah, a lot of people ask all the time. Yeah, we get that a lot. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Big ups to my boy, though.
Yeah, he got some good food, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I done been a few times.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard or easy was it to start your business?
10 at the hardest, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely 10. 11, 12. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy task.
Right.
Like I say, 10 being the hardest, it's like, it's a lot of grunt work. So,
right.
But I don't want to, discourage any young entrepreneurs that want to get out there and do it themselves. It takes work. You're going to put in, 100 hours a week, So starting out and, that's just from, finding somebody that you trust to run the business, getting some really great employees. That's one of the hardest things. And then having people follow your motto, so if you got that motto, and that was one of my biggest pet peeves was consistency.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure every time I cook, it tasted the same.
Right.
So with barbecue, we got a live fire. So the temperatures ain't like an oven where you can just throw it in the oven,
right,
and it's gonna cook the same, every time. So we're moving woods around with the smoke, cooking the food. So we gotta have that consistency. And keeping that temperature at a certain temperature all day is not easy.
Right.
So,
and I said to my mom when we had the chicken, I was like, it don't taste like lighter fluid. And that's the issue that we have. Unfortunately, the chicken or whatever meat be tasting like lighter fluid.
Yeah,
but it tasted so good. And you can tell that it's smoked and seasoned well, falling off the bone.
With
Everything
love.
was falling off the bone.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
absolutely.
That's another conversation.
Right. But yeah, 10 is really it's hard.
And so basically, you just got to be dedicated.
Super dedicated.
Okay.
Like when I first started, I told my wife that I was gonna need her help.
Yeah.
Because it was gonna be a lot of work. And
gotta have a foundation.
she didn't physically help like with the foods and stuff like that. It was more the mental aspect. Pushing me, telling me, "Come on, let's do it. You said you was gonna do this. Come on, let's keep going."
So you need people like that on your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And not give up. Right? It could have been a lot of nights I could have just said, I ain't waking up 5 a.m, 6 a.m. to fire the grill up.
Yeah.
So I get customers saying they rather come buy from me than to sit at home and cook it for 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. And it's the prep. It's the prep that kills you. It's not like, frying some chicken where you can just, put some seasoning on it, put it in the oil, and it fries up. You got to light the grill. That would take about an hour to get started.
Right.
Then you got to season the meat, depending on how much meat that is. And then you got to let it cook for 2 to 3 hours. So,
right.
And not, let alone like your pulled porks and your briskets that take 5 to 8 hours to cook. So you gotta think we got foods that's cooking from open into closed.
Yeah.
And we have to pre-cook foods for the next day. So like our pulled porks and our briskets, we cook them the day before.
Wow.
Just so we can have enough to get
through the day.
through the next day.
I didn't know that.
So we miss one day without cooking pulled pork or brisket, we're screwed for the rest of the week.
That must be the hot commodity, the pulled pork and the brisket.
And do you have like a chef that cooks when you're not able to?
Oh yeah. I passed all the recipes down.
Okay,
Yeah, so
good.
the whole staff know how to get in there and whip it up.
Okay,
absolutely.
Good.
And that was big too, trusting somebody to be able to take on the recipes. Like, I'm giving you my whole menu.
Don't tweak it. Don't put don't this.
If it say 3 dashes of
stick it to the
cinnamon, you put
recipe.
3
Right,
dashes
absolutely.
of cinnamon.
So, you know, and I big up to a guy up in Atlanta, Grits and Eggs.
Oh, okay.
I talked to him, and you know, that was one of my greatest fears, was to let employees know the full recipes. And he said, you think McDonald's, Chick-fil-A will be where they at if they didn't tell people the recipe? And I was
That's
like,
a good way
no.
to think about that.
And here's the thing. He said, no matter if they make it or Outside Barbecue make it, it's never gonna taste like Outside Barbecue.
Exactly.
So he said, why you think they give them recipes away in the stores now?
Yeah.
Because they still know their customers gonna come back and buy it from them. They can't duplicate it.
Right.
Because that's Outside Barbecue.
Right.
You know, no matter if they do know how to make it,
Right.
it ain't gonna taste like Outside Barbecue. So
Exactly.
that's what gave me
Stamp on
So that what gave me the motivation to, okay, let's branch off, let's branch out, let's open up another store.
Okay.
Let's do that. So I knew I couldn't open up another store being, I'm gonna say, closed-minded.
Right.
And not being able to release that information for other people to know how to make it.
Okay.
So now I got 4 cooks.
Right.
I got 4 grill men.
Nice.
So
That's what's up.
yeah.
So how many years have you been cooking, and like what inspired you to cook?
Man, I've been cooking all my life.
All my life I've had to cook.
All my life I had to cook. So, you know, like, growing up, my grandma, she an older Geechee lady, man. She wasn't afraid to get in the kitchen. She'll be in the kitchen all day. You be like, Grandma, what you cooking? She cooking all day. Like, dang, Grandma. So I used to get in there and we'll cook, all the different soul food meals, collard greens, the neck bones, just everything. And she showed me how to do it. And I didn't think like, getting in my 30s and my 40s, I opened up a restaurant. I didn't think that, you know what I mean? Because if I would have did it back in my 20s, we'll have about 10 outside barbecues around here. So I didn't know. But, I used to have gatherings at my house and stuff, and people be like, man, you cook this? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. But I never thought about a restaurant. I promise you, I never thought about a restaurant.
That just happened organically.
Right. It did.
Okay.
It really did. It really did.
All right.
It just happened. And like I say, I want the world to taste it.
Yeah.
You know?
We want
As
the
you
world to
should,
taste it too.
we want the world to taste it too.
It's good.
They're going to taste it through this podcast.
Yeah, I want the world to taste it. So it's a lot of, it's got real deep Southern roots to it. It's real flavorful. But, like, it's this thing where some people, they'll come in, they be like, man, this is some of the best I ever had. And I'm like, where y'all been eating at?
See,
But
I
to
told
me,
you.
it's a big ups because I'm like, it tastes that good.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm very pleased with the outcome.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was telling my mom about the baked beans. I was like, they ain't too sweet, but they sweet enough, and it got something in there. I don't know.
Don't
but
tell
look, I don't know,
people
but
that know their recipes,
good. I
work
love
though.
the baked beans. The mac and cheese was good too. I keep reminiscing.
That's why I say when I went there, that mac. I was sitting in the car waiting for my clothes to dry, busting that mac and cheese down.
Yes,
yeah, it's great.
It is. We get heavy compliments on both of them. And actually, I don't know if you got this in the question. I'm gonna say it. Them are like the two hottest sides.
Okay.
Yeah, that mac and baked beans we get.
They just go together.
We sell 10.
They just go
They
together.
just go together. Yeah, we sell 10 pans of mac a day. On
Wow.
that.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of pans. Y'all pushing.
Right.
They pushing the mac and cheese.
Yeah, that mac and cheese is crazy. And you know, a lot of people it's several different ways to make mac.
Right,
And
it is.
I cook it the way I learned how to make it.
Right.
I didn't go to this creamy mac or whatever they call it. The way I learned how to make it, that's the way I make it.
Right.
So and some people, they're used to it being creamy.
Yeah.
So they kind of give us a hard time with our mac. And I'm like, that's the way I learned how to make it.
make
I'm
it,
not
right.
changing my mac
Right, I
up
ain't gonna change it for you.
Yeah, so if you don't like our mac, that's it.
Yeah,
You
get
just
a
don't like
different
our mac.
side.
Right.
But we, like I said, we said 10 pans of it. So
I bet them same people that said something come back and get that mac. They gonna come back and get it.
yeah.
Okay, so what was your main source of like building your clientele? Like what kind of sources did you use to get your business out there?
So I don't know if it's I don't even know what's a huge following on social media nowadays, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
It's to your
Right.
perception.
Right. So I know a lot of people through social media and outside of social media. And I just broadcast on social media, on Facebook, really. I didn't even have Instagram and all that when I first started. I just had Facebook and like all my high school friends, my college friends, my employees or co-workers and stuff like that. I just spread it through them and word of mouth. Absolutely. One person told another person told another person,
Right.
and next thing you know, the doors just start opening. And we went from, when we first started, 3 days a week to 4 to now we're 7 days a week.
Wow.
So we're open 7 days
no
a week.
days
Just
off.
that good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the big thing is I tell a lot of my customers to tell a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So word of mouth. And then another thing that I do is I put a menu in every bag that leave the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So they have it. So that menu may end up in the hands of someone that never been there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another way we do the bring
Promote.
customers in. Yep.
Okay.
And then our Instagram just started going crazy over the last year. Like,
Okay.
We only had probably like 500 followers. Now I think we over like 5,000 followers.
Yeah, that's big.
So it went crazy over the last year.
Okay. And was there someone who inspired you to be an entrepreneur, or was that just like a self thing?
No, it definitely was. Both of my grandfathers, both of them owned their own business. So I seen it on both sides of my family to be an entrepreneur. And I
That's
just seen
good.
the monies that they were making.
Okay. You're like,
But I
want to
seen the
be
hard
like,
work behind it too.
Okay.
So I
So you
knew
knew what you was getting into.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. None of them was in the restaurant business, but they both had their own entrepreneurship.
Okay. That's good. You had them role models.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I say
absolutely.
the best
And
people to inspire you
the
always.
the main thing
Right.
they showed me, and this is big when it comes to entrepreneurship, is saving. A lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, they tend to gear away from that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm a firm believer of, having that that savings there.
Definitely. Definitely. A lot of people don't save, and when something happens, it's like everything go downhill.
You got nothing to fall back on.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing like a little reserve.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I heard you kind of touch up on this next question earlier in conversation, but like, do you have any like locations other than like Tampa? Like, are you in like St. Pete, Clearwater?
So we originated in the Land O'Lakes area.
Okay.
And like I shut that location down in either March or February, March, somewhere up in there. And but I'm looking.
Okay.
So if any of y'all out there that know a spot, restaurant, potential barbecue restaurant, we're looking. We're looking all 4 counties surrounding the Lakeland area, the Plant City area, the, St. Pete, Bradenton, Clearwater,
all surrounding
Riverview,
areas.
Ruskin.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we're definitely looking to expand as we speak.
Nice.
If y'all know some places, hit them up.
Yeah,
Let them know.
absolutely.
Right.
So for someone who hasn't been to Outside Barbecue, what would you recommend as their first try?
If they eat pork, I would definitely recommend the ribs. If they don't eat pork, definitely go to the brisket on the meat side.
I gotta try that.
Far as the sides,
Mac and cheese.
definitely the macaroni and cheese. The collard greens.
I haven't tried those yet. I gotta try the collard greens.
Collard greens.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then my others say if they eat meat and pork, the dirty rice.
Oh yeah,
The
that
dirty
rice
is
fire.
Something. Yeah, it
has
I'm-
sausage
it's definitely
in it.
different. Definitely different.
Yeah.
The flavors are through the roof. So if you like rice with flavor, it's definitely got flavor. Yeah, them to be my 2 top recommended. Now, if you just want to say a basic barbecue, you hungry, you just trying to get in and get out. The mac and cheese and baked beans, like you said, is a hand-to-hand favorite. The baked beans and potato salad, hand-to-hand favorite. And you can always go with some chicken. You know, like they always say, if you mess up chicken, you can't cook.
You can't cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cook if you mess up chicken.
If you one of them ones that's, I don't know what I want to get, let me
Chicken.
go with your chicken, baked beans, and potato salad. I'm guaranteed you'll be back.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
No, I'm just, getting some ideas.
yeah.
And our last question for this segment is, what's next for, your business? Like, what do y'all have going on? I know you say you're looking for new locations.
So, yeah,
to
right now
expand.
what we got going on is we're definitely looking to expand. That's like top of the list. We're looking to expand. Like, we're looking to have, I had a mini goal of 3 locations by the end of 2025. So that's definitely where we're at right now.
Okay.
We're looking to expand. In the Tampa location, we're looking to get a bigger location for the Tampa location.
Okay.
Because, right now, if you haven't been there, it's pretty much like a takeout.
Yeah.
So we got a couple seating areas, but it's not that full-on dining experience.
Right.
So we're looking for a dining experience. We're looking to have liquor. We're looking to have like a brunch. We're looking to have dinner.
Listen, that sea breeze
I was-
and some. Let me be quiet.
Yeah, the sea breeze. That's the
Breeze
one I
is something else,
tried.
huh?
What flavor? I know it's pina colada and what?
And blue raspberry.
And blue raspberry.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the one I had with my milk.
But a lot of people been going to the tea drinkers, been mixing the teas with our flavors.
That's a
So
good
it's been-
idea.
Yeah, so we put a pineapple tea. We did a mango tea. So yeah. So
What time y'all close the tea?
Right. Look, you
close
see,
at
y'all, I'm over
9
there like I'm
today.
getting
Oh,
some
they close at
ideas.
9. See, and they stay open late.
I know
Yes,
where I'm going when I
Lord.
leave here.
we're probably one of the only, if not the only, barbecue restaurant open on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday and Monday.
And
That's
if
why-
they is open, it's closed early, like 5.
Right.
That's why I was like,
Right.
you here, but is y'all open today?
Yeah, we open. Definitely. Yep, we're definitely open.
Okay, well, we got a quick game, and then we'll do our Q&A for you. So
Okay.
this game is called First Thought. So when we say the word or the phrase, just whatever first comes to your mind.
Okay.
So barbecue.
Ribs.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead, Kiki.
So politics.
Donald Trump.
I would have said the same thing because that's what went through my mind when I asked it.
Top of the list right now. The year 2000.
High school football.
Okay. You played high school football?
I did play high school football.
What position?
I played running back for King High School.
What?
The Lions, baby.
Okay. So you from Tampa?
I'm from Tampa.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Okay.
Born and raised. Y'all heard that.
Uh-huh.
T-Time, stand up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hillsborough County, baby.
Okay, so Father's Day.
Me, myself.
Right.
I'm him.
Right. And the last one, Jordans.
I'm wearing some now, so
Look,
you know.
I went to look
I'm
down.
that
I was like,
Okay.
But even though, you know, dang, I shouldn't say this.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna get a lot of
Speak your
kickback.
mind.
say it.
LeBron James, the best player I've seen play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. I ain't never
That's
really
my
watched
opinion.
Jordan.
That's my
so
opinion.
It's like, I don't.
So you know, like they say, opinions is like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got one.
Right,
If not,
you
you'll be
type-
full of something. You know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly.
So that's my opinion. You know, I
I think my
watched
household would
Jordan,
agree with you.
I watched LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he do a lot of things different.
Yeah, he does.
So, but
He just needs some. Okay, no, I ain't gonna say that.
No, you say it.
But
We made him say
he
it, so
should
you
just
say
go
it.
ball. Like he should just cut it all off. Cause it's just
gonna
like
give up.
everything
Keep
and then
going,
that.
Father and
But
Father
you
Day.
know, shout out to LeBron.
shout out to LeBron, baby.
If it was me, I would cut it all off. I don't know.
I
But
like this
you
game.
know.
Keep
Say
going.
this
Give me
shit.
some more.
Okay.
Right. So we got a Q&A that came through.
Oh, we did?
They say, what's the next new thing that you will be putting on the menu?
Wow.
Ooh. That's a good question.
Off the top of my head, what we tried was beef shanks. It's two things, actually. Beef shanks. And shanks, if you don't know, they're similar to like oxtails.
Okay.
And you know a lot of people doing the oxtails on the grills. So probably beef shanks. And if not, we're definitely going to start doing some fish.
Ooh.
No.
Yes. So like,
It'll
what
be-
type of
it'll
fish
be-
you thinking? Like,
So
because we love fish.
we definitely tried the fried fish. That was a banger.
What type
so,
though? What type of
It
fried
was
fish?
what was that, bassa? It
Bassa,
was just
okay.
it's just a regular flat fish, nothing too, just a mild fish.
Right.
Nothing, just something that, you know, if you're a fish, you
Yeah.
eat fish, you gonna mind.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm a salmon lover, right? And I had fried salmon for the
Yeah.
first time.
That's a banger.
Oh my God.
Never had
That's a
it.
banger.
If y'all get that,
Yeah, that's a banger.
No,
I
more
will be
customer.
there weekly. Well, multiple days weekly because I'm there weekly, but I will be there multiple days weekly. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right.
She got
On a
schedule,
on a
schedule.
payday, those days plus the weekend.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So fish, okay, fish. Okay, so is the shanks like a cheaper alternative from oxtail, or
Actually-
like is it more expensive than oxtail? Because that's the first time I really heard of the shanks.
and that's big. That's a great question. So they're about the same.
About the
'Cause
same, okay.
I can get the oxtails at about $17 a pound.
Okay.
Right now, 16 to 17. I think the beef shanks right around that, 18 to 15 to 18.
Okay, so is it like a healthier option? Like, what's the difference? They just similar.
It's just the same.
Just
Nah, my spidey
the shank is more of a quality of meat.
Oh,
It's a high quality.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's real
okay.
quality of the just like the brisket.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people never heard of beef brisket. It's another quality of the high quality piece of the cow.
You
Right.
ain't never had beef brisket. I don't know what
Never
you
had
do with your
brisket.
life.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know
Lord.
what you do with your life.
Let me. I think I got some phone calls. Let me see.
What?
Okay, you can go ahead and text me the question. She said, say it again to the mic.
Where did you get your recipe for your meat?
Where did I get the recipe
For
the
your meat? Yeah, where?
That's a private question.
This your auntie from Atlanta.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, auntie.
I just left the restaurant. You done made me renege on my diet, honey.
Wow.
Suck them bones down to the gristle.
See what I'm saying?
What size did you get, auntie?
Greens.
Oh.
That's all I needed, the greens and the meat.
Oh, that's all she needed. Okay.
Greens,
We're going to get them greens today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye. That was nice. I was like, she called back to back. I said, is this a Q&A? You got any extra questions for him?
Hold on, let me go into my noggin.
Nothing for the game?
You want to do some more? Okay.
Oh, you want to do the game?
Okay,
we can make up some words. That's all we had written down, but let's see.
Let's get in with family.
Family, my grandmother, Ola Lawson. Yeah, when you say family, I think she tried to keep the family tight.
Matriarch.
That's good.
You know, she soft-hearted lady, young, like real. She had her first child at 14.
Okay.
And she had 5 on. So, you know, she had 5 by 21.
Okay.
So imagine yourself with 5 kids at 21.
21, right.
That's major.
Right, it
And
is.
she don't live to see 5 generations.
How old she is?
78.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
78
Grandma.
with 5 generations. Hope we get to see it, right?
Thank you so much, Grandma, because of you, we getting all this good food.
Absolutely.
That's been passed down from generation to generation to generation.
Absolutely.
Let me see. Music.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Okay, let's talk about this.
I love it.
So, I haven't listened to the new album. Have you?
I have.
Okay, give me some recommendations.
So the top recommendation, I'm gonna say you gotta listen to the whole album.
Okay.
That's first and foremost.
Always.
You know, that's first. You know, the naysayers, they took my boy down week 1. I ain't like it.
Yeah.
But, you know, you listen to it yourself, you listen to what he talking about, you listen to where he's at his age now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's a top 10 album for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wayne
it's
still
a
got it.
And what's it called again?
It's the Carter 6.
The Carter 6.
Yeah.
Should have known. Okay.
Carter 6.
Should have known.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just been the sequel,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he good.
Even the mixtapes, it was like no ceilings 1, 2,
Right,
3.
2, 3.
So
Right,
he
right.
keep it simple.
Yeah, I was just
and
gonna say
get
keep it
straight to
simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good album though. It's a good album. I think he could have, for me personally, I think he could have did better on the features.
Okay.
He did a couple, but he didn't do nobody to like you remember when J. Cole went on Jay-Z album?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He went hard, like brought him out. I thought he could have got like either Gorilla or somebody else.
Yeah.
A couple other upcoming artists. Or
Everybody
somebody.
was talking about how he didn't put Drake or Nicki on.
Yeah,
Oh, she on there, ain't
that's-
she?
No.
I
Nope,
think it's
not a
something
single.
remix. Oh,
Not a remix, not the original. Not a
Oh, they
single
got the
song.
remix?
yeah, I seen her post it. It was her, Lil Wayne. It was like N.O. something.
Oh, the band New Orleans? Oh, she on the remix?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be stupid.
I seen her post
man, I
it,
gotta
and her
find- I
verse
gotta
was
find
You
good.
go find it as soon as you
Lord.
leave. It's like, let me find this.
Yeah, I
song.
got to find it. No, I was out of town. I was in Myrtle Beach for 5 days, so I've been out of the loop.
Okay,
So
okay.
his album dropped Friday, and I went out of town Tuesday, so I've been out of the loop.
Right.
I
Me
ain't been
too.
on social, I ain't been on social media. I ain't been on nothing.
Sometimes
Right.
you got to take a break from it.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna lie.
so-
Yeah, me.
It'll drive you
It's
crazy.
like between work, like you say, and other stuff. It's sometimes it go on the
Right.
back burner.
Yeah.
So I'll get in tune tonight.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
But one thing I can say about Lil Wayne, his features be people he really mess with, like talk to in real life. So maybe
right.
because he don't really talk to
Talk
a
to-
Glow or
Right.
a such and such, maybe
Yeah.
that's why they not on there necessarily. He be real strategic. I know he can.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, you know,
I just thought
that's my opinion too.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's why I think.
Yeah,
But
and that's how he.
yeah, probably so. But we would never know. We not Wayne.
Never know.
Never know what goes through that man's head.
What about BMF?
So, what's the dude name? I'm
Meech.
sorry,
Big
Meech.
Meech.
Yeah, I just kind of whispered it over to my
That's gonna go there. Now that the TV shows and all that, I ain't get into it. But
Oh, you
when
ain't watched
say,
it?
Nah.
That makes two of us. Cause she be getting on me because I ain't watch it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Friday episode.
Wow.
Just send me the
You big
link.
on that?
So see me, I'm a diehard Power fan. So I've been watching
Okay.
Power originally with Ghost since 2014. Like my coworkers literally decorated my desk for my birthday as Power hanging. I gotta show that next episode. But yeah, it was hanging from the ceiling and everything with Ghost. Yeah. So every
fun-
spinoff he done had off of that, with
You
with
embedded
Tommy
fan,
and
huh?
all that, I just following along with
So
everything.
a fun fact about me is I don't watch TV.
He worked.
Sports.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's a game on, I'll watch the game. But far as like,
I got a question for you.
okay, far as watching TV, going home, say I got to go watch this or something like
Okay.
that. I don't even watch the news.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Well,
I blame
me
you, 'cause-
either. I ain't gonna lie. My husband is the news for me. He tell me he's from Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
But he know more about America than me. He
Wow.
like, oh, you don't know this and this
Like,
is
you see
happening.
what they doing
How
over
you
there?
don't know that? You live there. I'm like, man, I try to stop watching all
Exactly.
this. It be depressing sometimes.
I get it.
But
Especially
yeah.
when they talk about shootings every day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't want to hear all
Then,
that.
wait, hold on, let me see.
But yeah, that's something.
Let's give him one more question before.
I was finna ask him who is his favorite NFL team.
Oh yeah, you say sports.
I don't think that's a trick question, is
I just wanted to see. I just had to put it out there.
it? Born
Some
and
people
raised,
don't.
baby.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say some
Right,
people
right.
don't go with their home.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I know my
Yeah.
brother. Shout out to Mario. He's a Cowboy fan.
Uh-oh.
So he was
Still-
born and raised here. He just
My
go the
stepdaddy
other
is
way.
Steelers fan.
Yeah.
So you know, in the houses, it gets divided when
Right.
they two play.
Right.
It gets
Yeah.
real divided and real heated.
Well, we had so much fun. We had a few Q&As. We learned more about how the outside barbecue was started.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We know you a
That little
Lil
history
Wayne
lesson.
fan now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
know
those who
we know
didn't
my
know.
boy looking for some property to expand.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
If we hear anything, we gonna DM you.
Most definitely.
I appreciate that for sure.
And then let the people
appreciate
know
the
where
love.
they can find you.
Yeah,
on
shout to
social media.
Instagram
Yeah.
out.
So Instagram is gonna be Outside BBQ. Facebook Outside BBQ. We're located at 1613 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Tampa, Florida, 33610.
Come
All
get you some.
right.
Go get
Come
you
get
some.
it.
Go get you
Come
some.
get
You
it.
heard
Get you some.
Auntie. She said she had her
She-
collard greens. And what meat she said she got?
She didn't say.
Dang,
She just said she ate it
needed
down
her
to the
meat.
gristle.
She said
Yeah, down to the gristle.
So it had to be the ribs. It had to
She
be
got
the
his
ribs.
gristle and green juice left. That's it.
It had to be the ribs. Like I say, you say Outside Barbecue is ribs. If I tell somebody what to come get, a suggested favorite, it's gonna be the collard greens. For sure.
Okay.
Finna come
sure.
get some greens.
A
Yep.
lot of people, and I get it. A lot of people afraid to taste somebody greens for the first time.
Yeah.
And I know where they at with that.
'Cause it can mess
if
up
I
your
go
stomach.
to a restaurant, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to go after their collard greens.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this.
Go eat the greens.
So do you put what meat?
Can't
Do
tell.
it have meat in it? No meat. Okay, good.
Vegetarian greens,
Okay.
yeah. No meat.
That's good.
I used to get some slack behind it, but after they taste them, they don't need no
Right.
meat.
Right.
It's just
like
as
you don't need
good.
meat in your greens. You got meat on your plate.
Exactly.
Chill.
Talk about it.
Right.
Let's talk
How
about
much
it.
meat do you want?
Talk about it.
Well, we appreciate it. We will
Thank
be
you,
there
thank you.
Thank you,
sometime
lady.
before 9:00.
For
Right.
sure, for sure.
We ride in different cars, so
I'll meet y'all there.
we might
Let's
be
do
there.
it.
Different
We
places.
go pull up at the same time. Like, hey, what you doing?
Look,
All right,
I'm
behind.
gonna go
We
to
on
my
our way.
brother, but yeah. After that, I'll be there. Trying the greens.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
So you haven't had the greens?
No, I only
you haven't
had
had
the
the
baked
I haven't.
beans.
Remember I was saying
the
that.
macaroni.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's basically what I
And the
had.
rice.
I had the rice.
I get it. That's the go-to.
I had the Where You At special.
Oh,
so I
okay,
had
okay.
the chicken.
The chicken.
My mama gave me one of her ribs. That's why I was like, oh my goodness, it fell off the bone. Like she gave it
Your
to
mama
me and
funny.
then
It just
Big
fell.
up to your mama. She funny.
funny?
She is funny. She just funny.
yeah, that woman.
She funny.
Yeah, I am her daughter. But yes.
She ain't scared to talk. I can
yeah,
tell you
she's
that.
not. She's not. But yeah, so we gonna be there and shouts out again to Outside Barbecue.
Outside barbecue, baby.
Yes, sir. Now it's tea time. So the first topic we got is the Diddy trial.
Diddy.
The Diddy trial. Listen. It's a lot. I had to take a breath. All I know is this man had 1 million friends before. I don't know what he did was true or was not true, but he had 1 million friends before this happened. Now ain't nobody there. Wow. So
they wasn't real friends.
What y'all got? Y'all think they was just money friends or what?
Of course, he had high status, so they're gonna try to be around somebody with high status. And when that high status person start doing crazy stuff, just like, ooh, you finna catch me on them tapes.
Yeah, they definitely say when you'll find your friends when you go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
when you need them the most.
That's true.
So you'll find your real friends when you go to jail. So
that's true.
There it is.
Well, Kanye did visit, but he left like 10 minutes after the new trials had started. So I don't know what was said, but he left after 10 minutes. So I don't know.
What y'all think the verdict gonna be?
I don't know.
What's the verdict?
What you think it's gonna be?
We already know it's gonna be.
We do? Y'all don't think he gonna get off?
No, ma'am.
I don't say off, but
come.
I know it's gonna be some type of consequence. But you think he gonna go for like
he's
over
probably
10 years?
He's probably not gonna get charged with everything. But he going. He's going.
Yeah. Okay, let's transition into Tory. So Tory
now.
got stabbed 14 times, y'all. I'm Team Tory. I'm sorry. I feel like Megan lied too many times.
She
Me
did.
being a victim of domestic violence, I ain't lying about nothing. So he shot me, he hit me, whatever it was, the case, I don't know.
But
so I was
mind you-
always Team Tory. So I feel like he done got stabbed now.
They need to set that man free.
Yeah, they need to
now
free
there's
Tory.
new evidence that, she actually did lie. I don't know what that evidence
Well,
is.
they knew she was lying even on trial. She said he didn't shoot her. Then she said he did. She said she wasn't sleeping with him. Then she say, oh yeah, we was. Like she
It's
just
too
lied the
flip-floppy.
whole time.
Yeah.
They should have just threw that out. I don't know.
They
Girl, you
definitely
just
need to
got shot
find
in
the
the foot.
truth.
Yeah. And then there was no gun
Powder residue.
residue on him, but it was on the friend and the security. So he should have been exonerated at that point because I don't know what gun.
Don't
You
leave
shoot
it,
and
right.
the residue not finna be on you, and then it's gonna be on them. Like what?
You can shoot a water gun. You still gonna
I
get some
don't
residue on you.
I don't know. We just touching these a little bit, these topics a little bit.
Yeah.
We ain't saying everything we want to say.
Yeah.
So
Can't say that. You can't say what we really want to say.
so Kevin Gates.
I knew that
We
was gonna
love
happen.
Kevin here on the E.N.W Podcast. This is the second episode we
talked about Kevin Gates. Yeah.
So, okay, him and Brittany Renner got divorced after being together, being married only a month.
I already knew that was gonna happen.
But then she said since they Muslim, they have a 90-day period to where they can possibly reconcile or reconcile, however you say it. So, what you think about that?
I was just gonna say,
y'all?
what you feel about that?
Not a fan.
Not a
Straight to the point. We already know who his favorite rapper is.
like
He
a
said
month.
it.
It's like, did y'all even really know each other for real? Like,
Bro, get out my head.
I understand y'all been probably doing stuff for more than a month, but
Yeah.
that's that. Hey, Kevin.
Why not?
I'm gonna tag him too because
All right, he
I
gonna
do
come
want
over
to
here
talk
and
to
start
him
talking
eventually.
about starting cars with his hand.
Not a fan.
What was that saying Wendy Williams used to say? Like, we just reporting the news. We ain't judging. We just bringing up the topics that's on Shade Room,
Right.
TMZ.
It's just out there.
Yeah, it's just out there already. So, Yeah. Ooh, I like this topic. Okay, so Tiana Taylor, you know she with Mufasa now.
Aaron Pierre, that's
Cardi
Mufasa.
B, yeah. Cardi B is with Stefan Diggs.
What?
Yeah, and then Cash Doll is now with Zadarius Smith. Okay, so how you feel? I feel like everybody did upgrade.
Yeah, 2025
And
is
that's
the year
no
to come up.
shade, but I just feel like ain't nobody got time. If you want to cheat, okay, let me say this. Love is a choice. You gonna commit or whatever.
not.
Anybody could cheat, whether it's male or female. So, what y'all think about this?
What,
This
the
topic.
cheating?
What, the cheating?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
look,
the cheating.
me and
Like,
Will
did
say, like, what you talking about?
did they make a good decision moving on? You know, not dealing with
real
infidelity.
real talk, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Most
it.
definitely. Because, that gets you hurt sometimes.
He
Mentally,
gets you
physically.
killed.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. We
But
can't say
pretty
that
quick.
word.
That was pretty quick for, unless they was already broken up. They just didn't release it.
Who?
Or Cardi B.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was pretty quick.
They've been going through it for years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they've been
guess
going
so.
through it for a while. And
And Nicki Minaj, you said
as,
with who?
as quick as she moved
not
on,
Nicki
she
Minaj.
probably...
Oh.
Nah, she ain't in
said?
this topic. So Tiana Taylor, she with
Tia.
Aaron Pierre.
Oh, okay.
We just
okay.
call him Mufasa.
Yeah, that's Mufasa.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cash Doll with the NFL player.
Oh, yeah.
I guess she was with her baby daddy Tracy and he cheated. So yeah.
Don't be with nobody if you just gonna just do that. Like,
Right.
don't waste people's time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It
Because
didn't,
Yeah. I agree.
there's somebody out there that could really be loving them, and you stopping that.
Right. Exactly.
For real.
I'm still hungover.
Block your Are you?
I kinda am, but it's okay. Yeah, the last topic is Straw.
Did you
On
see it?
Netflix.
I did.
Did
How
you like it?
it?
I cried.
I cried too. I found myself crying
I'm glad
throughout
you brought
the whole
this up
movie.
because I went to rewatch it just because I missed something. You know how you always watch, miss something. So the first time I watched it, my daughter was giving me the business. She was crying and I couldn't really focus on it, but I watched it. And it lost me at the end. I know it had something to do with mental health,
Yeah.
but when did the daughter die? That's my question.
She
In the
died.
beginning of the movie. So,
She died that night. So when
Yeah.
she walked out the house,
Hospital?
when she walked out the house that morning, the baby was already dead. She had died the night before at the
Right.
hospital.
So
But
when
she
did-
imagined that whole time that the baby was there.
So when
But-
she woke up, when the movie first started,
And she woke up,
she was already dead.
Yes.
So
Like
the
when she
whole
was walking
the whole
out.
day of the movie, the baby was already dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
so
even when she
Yes.
walked out the hospital and she was holding her in her arms, she was actually just holding the blanket.
Yep.
Like, in her mind, her baby was still there. But she had a seizure and she died.
So the whole bank robbery, all of that.
She wasn't robbing the bank.
That was real though.
Yeah, all that happened.
How that happened.
That all happened. Okay. But
The baby
was
part
already
was
dead.
just yeah.
So that's where I got lost at, because I'm thinking when she took her to school that morning, I thought she was alive. So that's why I went to rewatch the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when it was flickering, where it showed like at the end where it showed the police coming in there shooting her and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I guess that was a part of
Yeah,
her.
that part
That
kind of
part lost
confused
me.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that-
know what was it like. She
and-
was imagining like they came and shot her. I was
Yeah.
just like, no, they ain't. And then it comes back to her looking up and I'm like, wait.
So that's where
That
I
dried
got
my tears up because I was confused.
Yeah. Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
seen
wasn't
that. I was
that
like, wait a
emotional.
minute, hold on.
Yeah.
It was once she
It was a
didn't.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we got to wait for him to speak out on it to see what really is.
Yeah, what direction he was going in with the whole movie.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
good movie though.
But I
Y'all
heard they only
haven't
filmed
seen
the
it.
movie in like a month time frame or something like that.
They
Did
what?
you hear that?
They filmed it in a month.
I ain't hear that. That's good.
Or a day or something. It was something crazy. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard from a friend.
I'm
So
gonna look it up.
either a day or 4 days. Yeah, 4 days.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So
Did you just look it up?
yeah, that's what I heard.
4 days?
Yeah,
4 days.
Wow.
I knew it was a quick turnaround. I knew it was quick. He said it was done
That's
really quick.
crazy. Tyler, a beast.
Taraji, they did really, really good.
Yeah, they did.
And she played that
she's
part
a great
like-
actor.
yeah,
she
she-
needs an Oscar, Emmy.
It's like you can give her
Everything
whatever
for
kind
that.
of role and she gon'
But my question
100%
is,
it.
I guess, put ourselves in that predicament, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not her situation, in the bank teller situation. When you would have left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like everybody that was leaving, she
You know
wasn't
why she
harming,
did it?
so
She already knew that the baby was dead. And I guess they said that so in the movie she said it. She was like, my baby
So I gotta
died.
rewatch it and know that the baby is dead.
Yeah. So
see how I feel
when
about
when she actually when her mom called her and was like, she died. She had a seizure. She said out loud, she's like, my baby died. And then you can hear her say, I know they told me earlier. The bank teller said that. And it was just like, she knew what she was going through.
Oh, so you think the lady, the manager told the employees that she's tripping? Like,
I don't know if she told them.
I think it's just like a mental breakdown kind of thing. Like, she's going through it right now. You see she's by herself. She got put out of the house. She lost her job, ended up murdering 2 people on accident.
Yeah.
And I don't know about that last
So,
one.
She murdered one of them.
I think
on
that's when she
accident.
officially snapped, when she actually
so
shot
like
the dude.
towards the end when the phone they replayed the day or whatever, and that phone call was a bank teller, was a bill collector versus the school.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because she was set on
And
that $40.
she was like opening the door for her daughter to get out the car, and her daughter wasn't there.
And you could see the teacher standing there. It's like,
like, hey,
why she here?
why you here?
Right.
That's crazy.
That movie was a good movie. It made me, okay, so of course when I found out the daughter was actually dead, that made me cry. That just took me out. And I was just like, it made me sad because like that's something that people go through every day. Like evictions, losing their jobs, they got to do all this stuff with just one paycheck. Like that's real life struggle.
Yep.
And it's just like, dang, for somebody to actually just put that struggle like and put it in a movie. That way everybody can see like you ain't the only one. Even though this is a movie, people go through this every day.
Right.
So it's just like, dang, that's kind of like I felt her pain. I don't personally go through it, but you get empathize or is it sympathize? One of them. Like, what if that was me?
Yep.
I just lost my daughter.
Or
I'm going back.
Or I done been through something similar like this before, so I can relate or feel her pain.
Right, like, and it just hurt. Like that's how you know you actually have a heart when you see people going through stuff like that, and you actually feel like a certain way. Like, damn, I wish it was something I could do to help her. Like, I wish it was some way I could reach out.
Even though we know it's a movie.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about like
you
in
be
real
in the
life.
moment of what's going on.
Right, like even like in real life.
That's how you know the acting good. Cause baby, I cried about 3-4 times. And I'm like, ooh, Taraji. And it was either Taraji or Tiana. Cause that when she went live and she was on the phone with Tiana, that I cried twice. I was like, oh wow.
And it was crazy because, like, it was only 2 people in the whole movie that really wanted to help her, which was, not Taraji, Jesus. The bank teller and Tiana. I forgot her name. What's her name?
Sherry.
Sherry Shepherd. Shout out, y'all. Y'all did an amazing job, too. Like, if you watch, Tiana was like, this don't look like, she admitted it. She didn't plan this.
Right.
Like, she was like, she was trying to figure it out from jump.
Right.
Like, she just got put out of her house. Her kids' medicine is outside in the rain. Like, she ain't right.
So the last, we finna wrap it up. Anything you got going on, Kiara?
My birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got
Miami.
We're going to Miami. I'm not gonna finish the rest of that saying, but yeah, I'm going to Miami for my birthday. You going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, okay, just want to know.
Girl, you already know. You put me in the group chat.
And then, I thought about, like, really starting to do, like, my hair, like,
Take it serious?
Yeah, so, like...
I think you should. When you do my retwist, it be fire.
Yeah, so if you need your hair done... I ain't gonna say hair. I specialize in locks. I ain't even gonna say specialize, because I still got a lot of learning to do. But simple retwist, simple style. And I don't charge an arm and a leg and a thigh. That's part of the leg. I don't charge. I got good prices, so it's like you let me know what it is you're trying to do. I work with you. I'm not one of those. I got a set price. Like you let me know.
It's eventually gonna get there, but you just starting to get your feet wet.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So
give them your Instagram key.
You can follow me at key.thequeen. Queen is spelled Kween. I just followed you today. I thought I was already following you, but if you see it on your Instagram, that's me. And if you want to follow me on Facebook or whatever, you can. It's Kiepowl, Kiepowell, space in the middle.
My cousin funny.
Just you want to get your hair done.
I like both. I like both.
Like both?
I like both.
For what? The Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah. I like both. Mm-hmm. They all got their own separate
pros and cons.
Yeah, they do. They do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, for me, we just, it's the Almighty Foundation. We gonna rep that every day, all day. So we just dropped the website. So it's thealmightyfoundation.org. Not com, not net. It's .org. So we have the TAF Building Fund, which is going to provide proceeds to build the hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I'm recovering, as y'all seen through the whole episode. What? CEOs drink too?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Listen, that's true.
I'm just gonna be real about it, but
I witnessed it.
I like it.
I was there.
But no. So pretty much, we're gonna have a building to where it's gonna be mentorship to the youth. It's going to be productive activities. It's going to be resources for them. So all the money that's donated is going to that fund. We will have like a donation meter, like when we reach milestones of money, so you guys know where your money's going.
Nice.
And yeah, that's what, that's the biggest thing that we doing right now. But you can always get involved. We have a Christmas giveaway coming up, so we're starting on that. We're packing the toys that, for donations in a storage.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. The last year, it was fun.
Definitely a lot of fun. We got pictures of that on the website too, so you could check it out. Nice. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming, so
stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all. It's at E.Nicole World on all platforms. Everything. TikTok, Facebook. TikTok. I need to get on TikTok more.
I don't never be on TikTok.
Yeah, I got a TikTok. Instagram.
You get on my TikTok, you're going to see a video of a fish tank.
Not a fish tank. But it's E.Nicole World, E.Nicole World on all platforms. Yeah, so this was fun.
Thank you, lady.
We got to know a lot about the outside barbecue. Y'all got to know that I drank. Key, birthday coming up. How old you turning, Key?
She
turning 30-something.
I disclosed that on the last episode.
Yeah, you did. We ain't gonna keep putting you out there like that. Right. 30-something, 30s. We in our 30s. Right. But all right, gang. Shout out to my husband. Love you, babe. All right. I love being a wife. I'm sorry. But yes, when it's real, it's real. Real. But all right. Deuces. See y'all next time. Gang. Or as they say in Jamaica, boop, 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 boop.